the presentation, so I'm starting from scratch.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and start over.
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Christy Maccabee. I'm the high school coordinator for Southern Crescent Technical College. I work with dual enrollment students in the Henry County area. So if you do dual enroll in a few years, you'd most likely be working with me. Our motto at Southern Crescent Tech is building strong students, strong careers, and strong communities. Now it doesn't want to go to, all right, let's go. Can I go back? Whoops. Okay, so some reasons you might want to choose Southern Crescent Technical College is, first of all, we're your local community college. We have a campus here in Henry County. That's where I work at. It's in downtown McDonough. But some other reasons you might want to attend is that we offer technical coursework, and we also offer the degree level core curriculum. So what I found is a lot of students think that when they get into college, they're going to go straight into their discipline of study. And that's not always true. If you're pursuing a 2 or 4 year degree, you're going to have core classes that you have to complete. So a lot of these classes that you're going to take in high school, like English, algebra, U.S. history, all those kind of classes you have to take at the college level too. So that's kind of the beauty of dual enrollment, is that you could be taking these college classes and getting high school credit, and then setting yourself up to where you're actually pursuing your major or your area of study sooner when you become a traditional student. But again, you can take technical classes with us or your degree level academic courses. We have over 200 programs. Some of the areas of study that we cover are allied health, business, and professional services. The core classes include stuff like English, college algebra, American government, science courses like anatomy, those kind of classes. Our degree level core courses do transfer to the University System of Georgia schools. So if you're planning on going to UGA, Georgia Tech, Georgia Southern, Valdosta State, any of those colleges that are in the University System of Georgia, our academic core degree level classes do transfer. We offer several campuses. Our main campus is located in Griffin. I guess depending on where you live in Henry County, the Griffin campus may be closer to you, or the campus we have here in Henry County in downtown McDonough might be closer to you. We also have a center in Butts and Jasper, and a campus in Thomaston, which is Upson County. At Southern Crescent Technical College, we provide the full student experience. So we do have clubs, extracurricular type stuff, tutoring, a library, all the stuff that you would see, on a traditional college campus. And I think, we must be doing a really good job because we have over 2,000 dual enrollment students currently attending Southern Crescent Tech this semester. So I guess I just have to click my mouse. I guess that's how this is working. Okay, so some reasons you might want to consider dual enrollment when you're in high school is that the classes are paid for. It's free. It's paid for through a grant, the state grant, the dual enrollment grant, and it also covers your course materials. So there's really no out-of-pocket cost for students. Another benefit is that it doesn't count against your HOPE funds. So if you're eligible for the HOPE scholarship, it's really provides like the minimum to get a 4-year degree. So if you take some classes that you weren't supposed to take, or if you change your major, you might run out of your HOPE hours and end up having to pay out of pocket. So dual enrollment kind of provides a buffer there for you if you take some of those academic classes with us. Through dual enrollment. You can also, if you have extra HOPE left over, you can use that for like graduate school. So if you're planning on going to graduate school, this would be a great program for that too, because it can extend your HOPE scholarship. You're receiving dual credit. That's why it's called dual enrollment. Y'all probably already know this, but you're getting high school credit and college credit for that one college class. So you're getting essentially 2 credits for one class. and it allows you to save a lot of time and you're able to enter the workforce sooner. It provides for a flexible schedule. I have a lot of students that are doing online classes. If you're taking like an English or math class with us in person, typically those classes are only meeting 2 days a week. If you are doing an in-person class, it might be like a Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. It's not like high school where you might have to attend the class every day of the week. It's a great opportunity to explore different career pathways through some of our intro courses. So if you're interested in business, you might want to take an introduction to business class. If you're interested in psychology, you might take intro to psychology. But it is a good avenue to kind of explore you to some different fields that you might be interested in. There's a lot of evidence and data out there that shows that students that participate in dual enrollment are more likely to complete a college degree. And it's a great way to get acclimated to the college landscape before you become, a full-time traditional college student.
Kristen, let me jump in real quick. Your presentation screen is not presenting. On the screen that we're seeing is the PowerPoint screen, but not the presentation screen.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Because it's saying that I'm presenting on StreamYard.com.
Yeah, you're presenting, but what I'm saying is the screen that's presented is like when you log into PowerPoint, when you're working on the presentation, not when you hit from beginning, it's not showing that screen. It's just showing what you're working on. Yeah. So
I might just have to scroll down then.
Yeah, probably so.
Let's see. I stopped sharing. Let's just go back. Share screen. Okay. I'm just probably going to have to scroll through it. Okay. We're on this screen. Okay. So I already talked about the whys for dual enrollment. So now I'm going to start talking about admission, registration, and funding. Is that what y'all can see?
Yeah, I can see it. Okay.
All right. I'm sorry I can't present in the traditional way that I like to present, but I'm glad you can see the slide. So for admission, this is kind of standard at any college. So just know that this, would probably be the same if you were to attend a college outside of Southern Crescent Tech, but you're going to have to complete an admissions application. Most everybody's applications are available online now. I don't see too many colleges offering paper applications anymore. At Southern Crescent Tech, you can complete that on our website at sctech.edu. Students must have a 2.0 GPA or higher to be admitted without test scores. And this has to be sent through an official high school transcript. So you ask your registrar or your counselor to submit that document to us. And we already talked about testing. After you're admitted, you'll get registered for your classes. So I know admission and registration are two different things. So when we're talking about registration, that's when we're actually talking about setting up your schedule. After you're registered for your classes, before registration, you would meet with your counselor and you would have something called an advisement form completed, and then we'd get you registered for your classes. This is if you're a dual enrollment student. Traditional students would meet with an academic advisor and get their schedule set up. But you want to make sure for dual enrollment or as a traditional student that you attend orientation. This is, at any college you go to, you'd want to do this. A lot of orientations are offered in person or virtually. We offer both formats. You'll want to complete the FAFSA form if you're attending as a traditional student. You'll learn more about that probably in high school, and your counselor will talk to you about that some too. But that's the funding application that really determines everything that you might be eligible for. And that's something you do as a traditional student, not for dual enrollment. For dual enrollment, sophomores can take technical classes with us. So if you attend as a sophomore, now you're really restricted to technical courses, and juniors and seniors can take technical or academic core classes. So if you're a junior or senior in high school, you can take an English 1101, or you can take like a welding or cosmetology class. I have a piece over here that just talks about free and federal state financial aid. Some things y'all probably heard of is Hope Scholarship. That's a merit-based program that you have to have a certain GPA. So when you're in high school, you want to make sure you're doing really well in your classes. So your GPA is high enough so you'll qualify for that scholarship. The Hope Grant and Career Grant, something that's offered at technical colleges. It's based on your program of study. So depending on, what program you're going in, most all the technical programs fall under that. You'll be eligible for that aid. Pell Grant's a needs-based aid grant. And then you have something called Zell Miller Scholarship. And that's another merit-based scholarship based on your GPA and SAT and ACT scores. Okay, we won't really dive too much into the dual enrollment rules and regulations, but you can kind of glance that over. You are limited to 30 credit hours, which is your freshman year. So students can complete about 10 courses through the dual enrollment program. Okay, these are just some tips for being successful in college. You want to make sure you're staying in contact with your counselor and your college advisor. I would say the same is true for faculty. You want to make sure that you're staying in touch with whoever's teaching your courses. You want to make sure you're checking your college email. This is really important. That's where all your communications are going to go. We can't pick up the phone and call everyone personally. So just know that you want to make sure you're checking your college email daily and regularly. I would advise you to have it set up on your phone so you're more likely to check it. You want to make sure you're logging into your student portal regularly too. You want to get registered early. The later you get registered, classes start filling up and you might not get the schedule that you want. And this is true for dual enrollment too. Dual enrollment students that wait to get registered late probably aren't getting the classes that they originally wanted to take or the instructors that they wanted. You want to make sure you're reading your course syllabi. That's something you'll get on the first day of classes, so you have an understanding of what the requirements will be and what's expected of you in the class. You want to make sure you're managing your time wisely, and you want to utilize all the services that are available to you. There's tutoring offered at every college, so you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of that and that you're using your college's library and the resources that are available there, like with the librarians that can help you with your research. These are some popular programs that we have at Southern Crescent Tech. We have a lot of healthcare options, including a nursing program, an RN, an ASN. We have cardiovascular tech, we have EMT, respiratory. We offer things under film and TV, computer information systems. Cybersecurity is a popular program, so is computer programming. We offer several things under the business category. Professional services or cosmetology programs, very popular, so is the culinary arts. And some of these programs are available to you in high school at the Academy for Advanced Studies and on our campus if you want to come to our campus. But we partner with the Academy for Advanced Studies, which is your college and career academy, to offer several certifications for students in many areas. Some of them is welding, culinary arts, cosmetology, automotive, CNA, which is a certified nurse assistant, and EMT. I think those are, and logistics. I think those are all the programs we're currently offering. We'll probably be expanding on those too by the time you reach high school. But you can see these are some of the popular programs. These aren't all the programs. Again, we have over 200 programs available, so we really do have something for everybody, I think. Here's an example of some of the areas of study that we offer and what the salaries are. So if you want to take a look at that, you can see a cardiovascular technology specialist can make anything from $90,000 up to over $130,000 a year. So students can get a 2-year degree and do really well. So know that, just if you're just getting a 2-year degree, that doesn't mean that you don't have earning potential, especially if you're going into healthcare or into, the computer information systems. These are some of the organizations that we have at Southern Crescent Technical College that students can participate in. Skills USA is a big one. We have the Student Government Association. We offer some club sports, and we have a men's and women's basketball team. This is just some of my advice to you. It's to take advantage of dual enrollment, advanced placement, and CTAE classes when you get to high school. I tell students to consider staying local, especially if you don't have a full ride scholarship and you're having to consider finances. There's nothing wrong with staying local, completing some of that academic core, and then transferring somewhere later. I did that. I saved thousands of dollars doing that. And all of my classes transferred. I didn't have any issues. So there's nothing wrong with staying local your freshman and sophomore year of college. I think you need to take advantage of exploring occupation-related introductory courses when you get to college, especially if you don't know what you want to do yet, or if you're interested in a couple different areas. And you want to go ahead and start preparing now, being accountable, managing your time wisely, and doing virtual and in-person tours. So, which you're already off to a good start because you're meeting with me today and kind of getting a virtual tour of Southern Crescent Technical College. If we have time, do you want me to show you some videos? Do we have time for that, or do you just want me to answer some questions? Can you hear me? I can't. You're muted.
I'm on mute. I forgot to unmute myself. Yeah, we have time for one video and answer a couple questions. We have time.
Okay. Let me. I might just do it from here. That might be the easiest thing to do. Whoops. Well, let me just do.
While Chris is getting the video ready for everybody, if we have any questions from any of the teachers, from the students, you can go ahead and post them in the chat. We'll try to answer them as we go. There's no such thing as a stupid question unless you don't ask the question. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the chat. And now's the time. Go ahead and do that now, please.
All right, let's see. Okay, it looks like it's loading for me now. All right, let me pause that. Okay. Okay. All right, share. All right. Yeah, let's do here. All right, can you see the screen?
Put it up now.
Okay, is it showing it?
It's loading.
Okay. Here, let me try again. You want me to, maybe because I made it bigger. Maybe this was. Well, it's not letting me share it.
While we're getting a video ready, we have one teacher, Miss Watts. She asked, does Southern Crescent have a sports team? I think you answered that already, I believe, right?
We have a men's and women's basketball team. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put it back up. Let me see what else.
Is it loading?
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen now. I have the screen up. You go ahead and play.
Okay.
Southern Crescent Technical College, a unit of the Technical College system of Georgia, located south of Atlanta, serves 8 counties with workforce training programs: Henry, Fayette, Spalding, Butts, Jasper, Pike, Lamar, and Upson. Southern Crescent Technical College's mission is to deliver relevant technical education, adult education, and learning opportunities via various instructional modalities at the associate degree, diploma, and certificate levels to promote service, workforce development, and economic development. Southern Crescent Technical College works to provide workforce training programs that meet the needs of industry in its service delivery area. In doing this, Southern Crescent Technical College is helping to build strong students, strong careers, and strong communities on the south side of Atlanta. For students interested in allied health, Southern Crescent Technical College offers program options in cardiovascular technology, dental assisting, healthcare assistant, healthcare management, medical assisting, phlebotomy, orthopedic technology, registered nursing, practical nursing, radiologic technology, respiratory care, and surgical technology. The programs available in these fields prepare students for a variety of careers in allied health through classroom training and practice, as well as the clinical experiences necessary to care for patients. Southern Crescent Technical College allied health programs produce highly trained, technically advanced, competent, and caring individuals. Southern Crescent Technical College's allied health programs vary in length. Some certificates may be completed in 1 semester, while associate degrees could take 2 to 3 years. As a technical college system of Georgia institution, Southern Crescent Technical College is public and affordable. Tuition rates are among the most competitive in the nation, and many students are eligible for aid in the form of state and federal grants and scholarships. If you live on the south side of Atlanta and are looking for a college, Southern Crescent Technical College has a program for you. If you have any questions, contact us at 770-228-7348 or stop by any campus location. Whatever your goals, we are ready to help you achieve them.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions?
Come on, guys. I know y'all got some questions about enrollment, possibly, or different pathways, anything like that. We try to answer them as much as we can right now. So don't be shy about any questions. Teachers, please encourage students to ask whatever questions they may have about. So the Crescent, remember, they're one of our partner schools in the district, along with Gordon State and Clayton State for dual enrollment. So Henry County does work with these 3 schools. So if you decide to do dual enrollment, you have a great opportunity to be admitted to that college when you graduate high school too. So this is an option. So any questions about enrollment requirements or campus life, anything, even want to ask about the cafeteria, something like that. Anything like that, if you want to ask, we got about maybe a couple more minutes.
And I worked in the university system for 7 years too. So if you have a question about just traditional college, or I might can answer that too.
Anybody from the 8th grade classes that have questions? I mean, I know you guys should be learning about dual enrollment and advisement because that's part of the requirements for 8th grade with the bridge law. So you should be asking questions right now, 8th grade. I know there's 15 classes over there, so y'all should be the first ones asking questions. Anybody from 8th grade that has any questions about graduation requirements, admission requirements, you should be asking questions now. Any type of what type of scholarships are available through Southern Crescent, all that stuff. You should be asking that right now. I guess they're being shy, or it's too early in the morning. Might be too early in the morning. So next time we schedule, we might have to do it in the afternoon when they're awake.
Okay.
So with that being said, I guess we don't have any more questions. Ms. McAbee, I want to appreciate you coming on and working through these technical difficulties. It's something I did not expect to happen, but we made it through. Anybody that still remember, the link is still good. The YouTube link, you can still use that link to watch the video and share with other. One teacher just emailed and said this is their soccer team. They're only This just a men's and women's basketball team. Am I correct on that?
Right. Yeah, currently that's the only sports programs that we have.
Just men's and women's basketball is the only sports that they offer. Any academic questions for Ms. Matthew? Any academic questions? Because sports there's nothing wrong with sports, but at the same time, like I tell my kids, when you retire from sports, you're going to have to work. You're going to need a job after that. Unless you're doing something in journalism where you can major in that, you got to have a backup plan. You got to have a plan like when you, let me go on the diatribe right quick, so bear with me. If you want to be a football player, the average lifespan of a football player is 3.4 years. That's your first contract, your rookie contract. Unless you're one of one or an elite athlete, you might not get a second contract. So when you leave the league, not on your own, when you're cut and you can't get on with another team, you have to have a backup plan. You have to have something in place just in case injury, unforeseen roster editing. So you have to you have to have a backup career to make sure that you'll be able to provide for yourself and your family if you have a family. So this is the time now to start thinking about that. I know you're not thinking about that right now. You just want, I want to go pro, Well, one, you got to pass all your classes and have a decent GPA to get into a college, especially if you want to go to UGA, where their requirements are stiffer, because any college is going to be stiffer, but Division I college is going to be even stiffer, not just with academics, but your character, your ethical prowess.
That's a good thing about dual enrollment too. I think it makes you more competitive getting into some of those flagship schools. So, doing AP or dual enrollment classes is going to give you an advantage over somebody that's just applying without any kind of dual enrollment or AP coursework.
Okay, we're going to give about another 30, 40 seconds. Any questions, guys and girls? I mean, we're here to answer them as much as we can. Think about it. Like I said, 8th grade students, just part of your bridge bill requirements. So I'm helping y'all out. So you should have plenty of questions that you may have about dual enrollment, academic requirements, anything. Like I said, if you want to be an athlete, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to have a plan after you finish playing. You got to. You just got to have a plan. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to have a plan just in case you don't get drafted and you don't get picked up as a free agent, undrafted free agent. You got to have that plan.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many opportunities for free college in the state of Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Especially we didn't touch on dual enrollment a lot, but if you just pay for it through the state. Before the pandemic, you was able to take dual enrollment courses for 3 to 4 years. Even though they cut back on it to 30 hours, that's still 1 year free of tuition. And with dual enrollment, if you take it in college, you just take those 30 hours. Guess what? When you go to college and you're an athlete, you still have your 4 years of eligibility. You still have the 4 years of eligibility.
Yeah, and it puts you in graduate school sooner if you have graduate school aspirations.
And grad school now, maybe 4 semesters, depending on your program of study. Unless you want to be in like a school counselor or something, where that's 60 credit hours because of K-credit requirements. So we got a question here from Angela Forrest. Let's show on the screen. Student question: for certain schools, is AP better than dual enrollment? Which one is better? That's a very good question.
Well, sometimes it can get a little political, I'll be honest, with the AP and the dual enrollment. So with AP, you have to take something called an AP exam. And depending on what your score is going to depend on if you get college credit. So some schools will accept a 3, but some schools will require a 5. So if you take an AP class and you score a 2 or a 3 on the exam, you may or may not get college credit for it. But dual enrollment, you're taking the actual college class, and as long as you pass the class, it's not all looming on one exam. So I kind of like dual enrollment a little bit better because some people don't test well. And then if they pass the class, then they're going to get credit for that class.
That's a very good question. A lot of folks ask me about it. I'm like, it just depends on your purpose. If you want to get done with college sooner, take dual enrollment.
Yeah, and then you have to pay for the AP exam too. So that's another thing you have to consider. It's like, is it $90, $100, somewhere in that?
$98.
Yeah.
Unless you have free reduced lunch, then it's down to $46.
Yeah. So you're having to pay for the exam, and dual enrollment's free. So you have that too. And I don't want to steer anybody away from AP, but that's my opinion.
Okay, 30 more seconds, y'all. 30 more seconds. Then we gotta hop off. 30 more seconds. Any other question? That's a great question, Angela. We appreciate you asking that question.
That was a great question. Mm-hmm.
Any other question? Let me start. Men's and women's basketball is the only sport they offer at Southern Crescent. So before we ask that again, let me go ahead and say that again. So because I know somebody about to ask what sports they have. That's the only two that they offer right now. Men's and women's basketball. Okay. I don't see any other questions popping in. Chris, I want to thank you for your time. Like I said, I want to apologize for technical difficulties, something I did not foresee. We worked through it. We got here. We got through it. And I want to thank you for your time. As usual, every year you come on with us and just talk to us about dual enrollment in Southern Crescent. And we appreciate you being a part of Henry County Schools, and we continue to enjoy working with you in Southern Crescent. We appreciate you.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure being here. And if y'all have any questions, y'all know where to find me.
All right. So if anybody wants to reach out to Kristen, I can forward those questions to her email, and you could just email me at my Henry County email. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Okay, bye.